color and its effects? How does colored paper affect math performance?
Previous research. Skinner found that scores on multiple choice exams taken on colored paper were uniformly lower than scores for exams taken on white paper. The studies conducted by Soldat, Sinclair, and Mark in 1997 found that students scored higher on difficult GRE-type questions printed on blue compared to red paper. The results of the study conducted by Jacobs and Blandino in 1992 suggested the possibility of higher exam performance on exams printed on red and yellow paper because these colors decrease levels of exam anxiety. Tal, Ackers, and Hodge in 2008 found that students performed worse on exams printed on primary blue paper, but pastel colors had no effect.
Now on to our study. Our hypothesis was that color affects exam performance and that white-colored paper will yield the highest scores. Our independent variable was the color of the exam. Our dependent variable was exam performance.
Methods. Participants. 200 Hunter College participants were asked to be a part of the study. Materials. 4 colors of paper were used: pink, white, blue, and yellow. A 10-question math test was created, and questions included algebra, calculus, fractions, and other such questions. 50 of each of the colored papers were printed out and handed out. Procedure. First, the colors of the paper were chosen. Second, the test was created. Third, 200 participants were asked to complete a 10-question math test. Fourth, researchers graded the exams to see how many questions were answered correctly. 5. An SPSS data analysis was used.
Most of our questions were taken from algebra regions. Here are some examples of questions that we use to test people. A question asks, Michael is 25 years younger than his father. The sum of their age is 53. When is Michael's age? Yeah, remember when you did all that fun stuff? Well, our participants get to do it too. Other questions we did involved fractions or asking questions like qualitative and quantitative, and people had to know the difference.
For our results, we found that white test had an average score of 5.88, yellow test had an average score of 5.92, blue test had a mean score of 5.96, and pink test had a mean score of 6.16. The overall average score was 5.98. As seen on the graph, pink scored above the average, thus the highest of the 4 colors, while white scored the lowest. However, a one-way ANOVA revealed that there was no significant difference between the scores of the different colored math tests, in which the F value was 0.180 and P is greater than 0.05. In our study, white test produced the lowest scores of the 4 colored tests, but there was no significance. This differed from the study done by Skinner, since he found that white tests had significantly higher scores than green, blue, yellow, and red tests. Our results differed from the study done by Tal, Akers, and Hodge because they also found that students performed significantly better on white tests as opposed to the other color tests.
Pink colored test paper. Pink colored test paper had the highest scores but still showed no significance. A reason behind this might be that pink represents love and nurturing, which could have calmed down the student and made the student do better. Fordham in 2007 actually showed opposite test results and said that pink had the lowest scores.
Our results for the color yellow showed a below average score. On the other hand, yellow is typically associated with being alert, cheerful, and is usually an attention-grabbing color. Fordham and Hayes conducted a study using 4,000 students over a 10-year period, and their results showed an increase in exam performance for the colors yellow rather than blue and green colors.
Exam performance on blue-colored paper was below average. Blue is said to be a calming, restful color. Over the ages, blue has become associated with dependability, wisdom, and loyalty. The study conducted by Sinclair, Soldat, and Mark in 1998 found that those who took exams on blue paper had superior exam performance, especially for difficult questions.
Our study found no significant difference between all the colors of the exams that were tested. However, even though there was no significant difference, our results are very important because they validate previous studies that say that color does not affect performance, specifically math performance. Our study had many limitations, one of which is that we were in the Hunter College setting and we only asked people who were in Hunter College during the week of May 1st. Another one of our limitations is that we only did a math test. Our result might have been significantly different if we had done a critical reading test or a psychology test or a geography test. Another very important limitation is also the types of color that we used. We used pastel colors, pink, yellow, blue, and standard white paper. A lot of researchers could also have used different colors and also different shades of colors. As we all know, there are many shades to a color, so maybe different shades affect a person differently. Lastly, there might have not been enough participants. Even though our study had 200 participants, 50 of each color, maybe that was not significant. Our findings verified previous research as well as given hope to future research. It is very important that we now know that different colored papers does not affect math performance. Or at least we know pastel pink, blue, and yellow did not affect math performance in a different way. Now that gives us some sort of hope because a lot of professors, even in our school, give us differently colored exams. So now we have no right to being angry at them or thinking that our exam is not as easy because it is pink.